What's up, folks? So in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the meals that I eat throughout the day. I'm going to try and get 6 meals in, but we'll see what happens. I mean, you know, I have a pretty busy schedule, so hopefully I can work around that. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? Greg with GYFITNESS. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Now, this is where we talk about everything that's related to fitness and well-being and health. Training, nutrition, competitors and athletes that compete on the bodybuilding level, both in the National Physique Committee and also in the International Federation of Bodybuilders, or the IFBB. So if that interests you, then come along. Okay, so you know, I usually wake up, well, it depends on the day and how I feel, but I usually get up at around 6 o'clock in the morning. My dog has a ritual where he'll actually wake me up at around 2:30 because he needs to go out and he needs to do his business. So, you know, I'm usually up at 2:30 and I try to get a little bit more hours of sleep until I wake up for the day. You know, I start things off with your basics, you know, your basic vitamins. You know, I got vitamin C. I take about 2,000 milligrams a day. You know, this is to really help my immune system. You know, I also take the daily multi, which has, you know, multiple vitamins and minerals in it. I take D3 to try and increase my vitamin D levels. It's been low from previous blood tests, but you know, I'm on a high dose of this, so hopefully when I take my blood work, I think next month, hopefully it goes up. Okay. I take folic acid, which is my B9. I take DHEA, 50 milligrams a day. I take zinc, which, you know, also supports immune function. And then I take TUDCA, you know, for my liver. Take fish oils. You know, this is important. Take some more milk thistle, just to make sure that my organs are okay, right? Turmeric. I take 500 milligrams of magnesium to support my bone and muscle health, and then CoQ10 for cardiovascular. And then finally, I take digestol, you know, because I do eat about 6 meals a day, so I want to make sure that, you know, my intake and output is functioning properly. So digestion is very important, you know, to make sure that, you know, you're absorbing the nutrition that you're taking in, and you know, it's a nice clean flow. Okay, I'm gonna prep my breakfast. You know, I'd rather drink it than eat it because it's just faster that way. And so, you know, I use a Ninja blender. This is something. This blender is actually really good, and I've been using it for years now. You know, but this helps me, you know, blend my food, and you know, helps me just chug it down. Just gotta weigh things out. What I do first is, so I got like these whole oats here, and what I like to do is, you know, these are the larger ones, yeah, so I like to blend it first and break it down more. So I put 1 cup of oats in here. And then we just kind of blend it up just to get it smaller. so you can see that it's a little bit grounded down now, yeah. That way I can drink it. Not really have to chew so much. My egg whites in. Put in about 8 ounces. Perfect. These are liquid egg whites that we get from Costco's. Okay. And then I get 1 scoop of protein, but you know we're using the Yamamoto Nutrition, which is the Iso Fuji. This is the triple chocolate, I believe, double chocolate. And so, you know, the scoops are fairly small. So I'm gonna put like 3 scoops in here, yeah. The baby scoops. I'm gonna put 3. This is gonna add some flavor, and then it's gonna give me like a double dose of protein, you know. Again, this is my first meal of the day, so. And then I get some natural peanut butter. This is a Laura Scudder's. I like the chunky one. There's some chunks of peanut butter and peanut butter chunks in there, if you can see that. And I do, you know, 1 tablespoon of this. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more than a tablespoon, but it's okay. All right, and then we blend it all up. It's pretty fast. You can take a look at what that looks like. So, you know, you got your oatmeal. I do 1 cup of oatmeal, and then you got your isoprotein, about 25 grams of protein in there. And then you have, you know, natural peanut butter, a tablespoon of that. You have 8 ounces of egg whites. And then what I do is I just pour everything into like a shaker bottle. Let me make sure I unplug this. Gotta take out my blade here. I gotta make sure I rinse this off. Make sure you clean everything, like, you know, because you know, if you let these things sit, it gets really, really difficult to clean. And so just be a little proactive and, you know, rinse things off, and, you know, it'll make it easier for you to wash stuff later, if you're not the type to wash things immediately. But what I do is I just go ahead and just pour this into my shaker cup, just like this. You can see that. And then I want to make sure I get what I can, you know. And then what I like to do is I like to put it in the ice box and, you know, chill it a little bit, so that when I drink it, it actually tastes better when it's cold. Okay, so that's my morning breakfast, my morning shake. So I normally eat around every 2.5 to 3 hours. It depends. I mean, I have a full-time job too, so, you know, I gotta make sure that I remember to eat. Sometimes I get caught up in some stuff, so, you know, I may go beyond that, but I really try to make it a point to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. Obviously, smaller meals. Try to keep the nutrition in and try to keep my body anabolic throughout the day by continuously feeding. So that was my breakfast. We'll reconnect and we'll join up when I make my lunch, and then you can kind of see what I do for that.
Hi, Bozy. Breakfast? Breakfast time? All done?
What's up, guys? Okay, so this is the second meal of today, and 12:27. I'm already behind on my meals because I had a busy morning. I'm gonna get some rice here. This is jasmine rice, and gonna get about 6 ounces of this. Need to make more. I'm running low. Yep, right on the dot, 6 ounces. See, now measuring is important. 6 ounces. You guys look at that, on the dot. Gonna heat that up for a little bit. I don't want to eat hard cold rice. So while that warms up, my protein for today is, lucky we live in Hawaii because you can go to any market and pick up some raw fish, or we call it poke in Hawaii. And this is ao. This is the type of fish that I'm eating today. And I'm gonna use about 5 ounces of this. But, it's already seasoned. There's some onions, and then there's some, I don't know if that's seaweed there, but it's really good. It's light. I'm gonna weigh this out at 5 ounces, and this is gonna be my second meal for today. Oops. It's like a poke bowl, Oh, it's a little bit more than 5, but it's all right. So there you go. Second meal for today. It's about 12:27, 12:30, and about 3:30. Maybe I could eat my third meal, depending on my schedule, but we'll see. So stay tuned for that. Okay, guys, it's about 4 o'clock, so I'm a little bit behind schedule. Just busy today with some stuff, but I'm gonna make this is my third meal, I think, and I'm gonna eat some pasta with some ground beef. So this is organic pasta that I pick up from Costco's, and I'm gonna cook around 4 ounces of, or weigh up 4 ounces of raw pasta, and then then cook it up. So it's 4.3. Super simple. Just just throw it on the stove, and I like to put it on high. And then I'm gonna make sure to get my protein in. So I got this. This is actually lean ground beef from Costco. You actually find this in the frozen section. It's not in the meat section. But this is, it's 91% lean and 9% fat. And so this is what I use for my ground beef, and it kind of looks like a big sausage, right? So this is how I make my cook my hamburger. I cut off the edges of this. My dog wants some hamburger too. He can just smell the raw beef, and he gets excited because I actually give him some of this. So, and I don't give him a lot, but just a little, just to kind of give him that taste, because he is a carnivore, and he likes to eat meat. So he's just waiting patiently right now. He just, you know, he's waiting for the hamburger. Got some spray. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this slab of ground beef. You know, it's easier just to cut it and then just cook it. Like, I don't like to like smash it up, or, you know, I have a dull knife, so make sure you sharpen your knife before you start cutting into this. But it makes cooking easier. You know, it's like little patties versus getting the tray of ground beef and then having to, like, you know, cook it in like major chunks. I like to just cut it up like this. It just makes the cooking process a little bit better, a little bit easier. I'm not a good knife cutter, so you can see I'm not doing this correctly. I'm doing it the very dangerous way. So whatever you guys do, don't cut into meat like this, all right? I'm not a chef, by the way, so I just do what I need to do to get it done. All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just throw it in a frying pan that, you know, it's been warmed up a little bit. You know, and then make sure I have some hamburger left over to give Bugsy, since he's been waiting patiently, you know, to get a little bit of this. This usually makes about 10 ounces of meat, and so it's like, you know, it's like two meals for me. I don't like to put salt on this. I just kind of like to cook it how it is, and then I'll add some spaghetti sauce later. But this is Bugsy's, so he's gonna get his little treat. Oh, if he can get it. Here you go. Yep. Okay, so he got his protein for today. His little treat. So that's meal 3, guys. And you know, stay tuned for meal 4. Hopefully I can get that in at about 7 o'clock. My 4th meal, and I'm behind meals because it's already 7 and I still gotta take in 2 more additional meals after I train. So what I do is my 4th meal, I'm gonna use wild Argentine red shrimp as my protein source. And you know, the shrimp is frozen, so I normally eat about 5 to 6 ounces, but I'm gonna weigh this a little heavier to account for all the ice that's on the shrimp, and it's gonna shrink too, yeah, once you heat it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and weigh about 10 ounces and you know, take the water out. And then obviously the shrimp is gonna shrink down in size. So there we go. Looks like a lot, but it's not that much. I'm gonna do 9 ounces. So that's what 9 ounces of shrimp looks like, but it's the jumbo one, so it's a little bigger, but again, it is frozen, so I want to make sure that I weigh more than what I'm gonna eat. Put this in for 3 minutes to get all the ice off, and then probably an additional couple of minutes so that I can cook. You know, and for those of you that are have allergies to seafood, then probably want to stay away from shrimp, because I know some guys that have pretty bad allergic reactions when they eat any type of shellfish. So before you eat this, make sure you, if you don't know that you're allergic, make sure you eat a small amount or even touch it first, because sometimes just by touching the food that you're allergic to may cause a reaction if you're that sensitive. And then I'm gonna have some rice again, some jasmine rice. Have my jasmine rice ready to go. You guys are probably wondering where my veggies are. I actually drink, I don't have it here, but I drink Blackstone Labs juiced up. And I need to actually pick up some veggies. So. Okay, so after I eat my meal, I'm gonna digest a little bit, and then I'm gonna get my pre-workout ready. I make a pre-workout drink, and so what I do is I do 2 tablespoons of L-carnitine, and then I do about a scoop of creatinine. It's a small scoop, so that looks like. And then I do 2 scoops of L-tyrosine, and then I mix it up with some. You either have a Monster drink or had some Bang that was in an icebox that was nice and cold. So what I'll do is I'll just make a little shot, and then I'll just tank it down before I train. This is actually my pre-made protein shake after I train, because I'm going to intake that too. But this is what my pre-workout drink looks like. It's like a little shot. It's not much. It's really small. And then I'll drink EAAs when I train. So I use Redcon's Grunt, and this is flavor just pineapple, banana. So I drink this throughout my workout. All right, so this frozen shrimp looks like it thawed out a little bit. So I'm gonna want to make sure I take the water out, and then once I take the water out, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it in for about another 2 minutes. Yeah. I like to pre-make my pre-workout and my protein. My protein is actually Isofuji, and it's the double chocolate. So I did 40 grams of protein, and I like to make it before I train, so that when I'm done and it's nice and cold, and it actually goes down a lot easier when things are cold, right? You can see our messy ice box. This is actually for later, maybe. We'll see. Chocolate cream pie. Get the glycogen back in after I train. I'm gonna weigh out about 6 ounces of rice, and that's probably gonna clean this out, and gotta make more rice tonight. So I'm constantly cooking rice, and I like to use jasmine. We pick up the big bag, I think the 50-pound bag from Costco's. It's called the Kirkland brand, and for me, jasmine works well. So we wait for for the shrimp to kind of cook up, and then I'm gonna dump out more water, and then we're good to go. You'll see that I'm gonna use some dressing. It's actually called, you guys probably seen this before, but this is G Hughes, and it's a sugar-free. It's a lemon herb marinade, and so I'm gonna drizzle this on my shrimp and my rice, and it actually goes really well together. You can see that there's, you know, just a gram of carbohydrates and 10 calories for like a tablespoon. No sugars added. This is a good thing if you're trying to stay away from the sugars. So I got my shrimp nice and hot. Again, I'm going to dump out the water. Kind of take that out. And then here I got my shrimp that's ready to go. I'm going to weigh out 6 ounces of rice. Then I'm going to heat it up a little bit because I don't like eating cold rice again, you know. I don't have the pleasure of cooking rice every time because of my busy schedule. So, you know, I'll cook about maybe 6 cups of rice and then throw it in a container, and then, you know, I have rice for the whole, well, not the whole week, but maybe for about a good, you know, 4 days, and then I'll cook more. So as you can see, I gotta cook more rice. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that at the end of my night tonight after my long day of work and other stuff. Heat that up for about a good 40 seconds just to get the rice kind of warmed up. Again, I don't like to eat hard rice, and there's enough moisture with the shrimp that when you heat it up, it's going to actually kind of bleed into the rice, so it's going to get nice and, you know, nice and wet and soft. You know, we have a lot of dishes we have to do too, so that's all part of just, you know, the lifestyle, right? You just got to find the time in the day to get things done, and you know, it's it's really challenging. You really got to structure your day. I mean, obviously there's stuff that you can't control, right? I mean, you know, you kind of try to set your day, and you know, that's probably the secret sauce to success, right? Is just setting your day, starting early, and then really kind of going through what you need to get the day done. But sometimes, you know, things come up that you can't control, right? You get phone calls that you can't control. You get inquiries from clients or whatever. That takes a little bit longer than you'd expected, and you know, that's just things that you just can't control, right? So just got to anticipate that. So here's the sugar-free lemon herb that I'm gonna drizzle on, and I'm not gonna put too much, you know, just gonna kind of like drizzle it on here. And then yeah, this is meal number 4. So wild Argentine red shrimp with sugar-free lemon herb and about 6 ounces of jasmine rice. So the shrimp is about 5 ounces. So that's meal 4. All right. Okay, so we just got done. I just did a real quick leg session in the garage, and it's around 9:15, so I'm like really behind on meals. So I'm gonna have my protein shake, which is gonna be meal 5, and then I'm gonna have the last meal of the night, probably at around 9, maybe 9:45, and so stay tuned for that. But just gonna have my quick protein shake. Again, this is the Iso Fuji from Yamamoto Nutrition, and this is the double chocolate. So I don't like to put too much water in because I just like to, I mean, I don't like to spend a lot of time just drinking a protein shake, so I really put a little bit. That's done, and you know, you can see that it actually mixes well. There's no, you know, clumps of protein powder that's stuck on the bottom. Right, so stay tuned for the last meal of the night in about 30 minutes. Again, you know, I'm no cook. I'm far from being a chef or whatever, but I've cooked enough egg whites over the years, and I'm still not good at it. You know, So for those of you who are really good at cooking egg whites, drop a comment and give me some advice, because I really suck at cooking. Never really made it, like, you know, never wanted to be an expert cooker or chef. Just wanted to get the food prepared so I could eat it, you know, more for like just, you know, energy, you know, and just to be able to fuel my body throughout the day. I don't even know how to crack eggs good, you know. I always get like that shell that's stuck in there, but it's okay because it adds crunch to the, see, look at this. I don't know how to do this stuff. I really suck at it. Super messy. But anyway. Let's let that cook up for a little bit, and then, you know, like I said, I don't like to cook the yolk all the way through. Okay, so like I said, you know, I'm gonna add 2 pieces of toast to my last meal, and I like the bread that they have at Costco. I mean, Costco is our pretty much go-to store whenever we need to pick up food, and you know, so this is the bread that I like to use. It's from Oro wheat, and it's 100% whole wheat. And I like it because you can keep it in the refrigerator, and you know, the bread is still gonna stay soft. It's not gonna get hard. And what I like to do is, you know, I like to toast it for a little bit, and I'll eat this with my eggs, right? So good stuff. And then probably gotta flip these eggs over. Like I said, I'm not a good cook, so man, I suck at this. But anyway, yeah, there you go. All right. Anyway, doesn't matter what it looks like, because I'm gonna eat it anyway. You know, usually my food doesn't look very pleasing when I'm done cooking with it, but it doesn't matter because I'm the one that's going to be eating it. I'm not preparing this for anyone. I'm going to put this in the toaster for a little bit. Let that heat up. Okay. Okay guys, so you know, that was a quick look into my meals for the day that I try to get in. Obviously I had 6 of them. I tried to create a schedule, but my schedule didn't go as planned because I had some things that just popped up. So it was just a matter of me being able to modify my day. I really wanted to stay consistent, and you know, that's the challenge, right? Because you have so much things that come up and you can't anticipate when they do. So being consistent, staying motivated, staying focused is actually key, and you know, to success. And it's the secret sauce, right? If you're competing or if you're trying to lose weight, you got to stay consistent on your diet. Hope you guys like this content. If you do, please consider subscribing. We're always open to comments and suggestions, and you can leave your comments below. Don't forget to hit the bell so that whenever we drop new videos, you'll be notified. I'm Greg with GY Fitness, and we're out.